What's up, guys? Welcome back to Black Star Anime, the anime community's voice of reason. I'm Cody.
And I'm Manny.
And in this episode of Let's Talk Anime, we're looking at our top 10 sequels for the spring 2017 anime season.
Let's do it.
Kicking off our very, very crazy list of sequels for this upcoming season is Adam, the Beginning.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a prequel, episode 0 of Astro Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks dope.
This looks absolutely amazing. Like, watching the trailer, the robots look cool.
Mm-hmm.
All the CG looks cool and well used.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see. I'm hoping that they do it in a fashion that you don't need to have seen Astro Boy for you to go along with the story, and it's very new friendly to people who haven't watched it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like this is definitely gonna be a standalone, holding its own type of prequel. Probably at the end of the series, it's kind of just gonna smooth transition into episode 1 of Astro Boy, and if you want to rewatch that very old show, you can.
I wonder if they're gonna keep going and make a new Astro Boy going off of this.
I'll be for that.
I would totally be for that.
I would love that. Please do that.
Mm-hmm. So next we have possibly the most anticipated anime in the last 3 years, Attack on Titan Season 2.
I was very skeptical, even when I logged in and I saw it on Crunchyroll and I clicked play to watch episode 1, and I was like, if it doesn't load, I know it's April Fool's joke, because it came out on the 1st, and it played, and I actually watched the first episode. And damn, was that a good first episode.
Look, I haven't watched the first episode yet, but it also kind of feels like too little too late for me.
This might be a too little too late scenario. However, I will say that they needed to respect the fans and give them an absolute hype pilot episode, and that's what they did give. The pilot episode just brought in a ton more questions that if you're not a manga reader and have waited patiently for the second season of this series, it pulled you in, it brought you back into the world. It was kind of weird. It kind of seamlessly just kind of rolled off of the very ending of season 1. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, did you have this already set up and you guys had to wait all these years for the latter episodes or something? That's almost rude. But nonetheless, the way episode 1 ended, I was sitting there, I was like, damn. Okay, that was a really good episode. You probably brought in a lot of people that were just like, fuck Attack on Titan, it's been 5 years too late. It's the new Sword Art Online, I hate it. And then they watched the episode, they're like, I'm a bitch again. I love it.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not that hype about it. Like, everybody else is super excited. I'm probably still gonna watch it just because I've already started, but I'm not really excited.
So we have the second season of the new Berserk anime.
Yeah.
That's how you want to call it. So look, I really, 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 really like Berserk. I really do. I watched the 90s anime, I watched the Golden Age arc movies, and then I jumped into the manga after those movies because I forgot where I left off in the manga originally before those movies because it was so long ago. And I really, really like Berserk. I'm not current in the manga, I will admit that. But when the new anime came out, I stopped watching it. I really did. I got like 5 eps in and I was just like, I have a lot going on. I feel like you don't know what you're really doing right now.
There was too much other stuff to watch.
I was honestly afraid that it was just kind of, they were just going to make one season of this new anime. And because of either poor reception from audience, Japanese and in the Western audience, or because not everyone was feeling the CG. A multitude of things. I was like, I don't want to be teased with a continuation of where Golden Age arc movies left off, and then you just stop it on me. Again, I don't want that.
Again, just like in the 90s.
Again. But I see we have a second season, so I'm kind of like, all right, I'm gonna have to revisit.
Maybe go back and finish season 1 now and catch back up.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe. From everything I've heard from the first season of this, I was told to enjoy Drifters, and that's what I did.
I'm interested, though, if you watch all of season 1 of Berserk and are actually a really big fan of the franchise in general, how do you feel about this? Do you want to see this continue, despite of the current CG art style, despite of where the story is going and knowing where the manga currently is? I mean, do you see this as the possible future for Berserk right now, or will they possibly reboot again?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So next we have Boruto, Naruto Next Generations.
Look, I don't want... I really do not want to be excited for this. And I'm damn excited for this.
It's another one. See, for me, I finished with Naruto when I finished the manga. So I haven't been watching the anime.
I agree.
So I'm a little intrigued because I kind of had a break from Naruto, and now it's coming back again.
Yeah,
so I'm kind of want to watch it.
We finished the manga like almost 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's almost like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of intrigued, but at the same time, it's like, I finished the manga. I'm done.
Yeah.
But Boruto this looks cool, and I'm mad.
So
I kind of have to watch it.
Yeah. The bias behind this is I get immediate nostalgia feels from Naruto. Not Shippuden. Every time I watch this trailer, every time I see anything in regards to Boruto, I go back to Naruto. And I'm like, I feel like this is literally the new generation 2017 equivalent of Naruto.
It could be.
And I was like, Naruto was my jump off. And even going back today, if I watch episode 1, Naruto Uncut, that's still my jump off. And I'm like, man, this might be a new jump off. But you're playing with the fine line of, is it done? Do you let it really rest? Or, we're gonna say we're bringing in a new generation of Boruto and Sarada and what was that? The third one in their team. It doesn't matter what your name is. No one cares about you. And it's like, do you really let it rest? But then at the same time, you have 7th Hokage Naruto constantly in the background who has to play a major part in this because it's Boruto's father.
And the premise is his goal is to beat Naruto.
So it's like, you're really not letting Naruto rest. And at least in my opinion, where the manga left off, I felt complete.
I felt fulfilled.
I definitely felt fulfilled. It had a beautiful run for 15 years. It's like, do we need 15 more? Are we going to see Boruto become of age and possibly Sarada become the 9th Hokage? Like, where does it end?
Where does it...
Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of this franchise, but when does it end?
When does it end?
That's my question. Are we doing Dragon Ball Super?
Oh, God.
When does it end?
When does it end? Here's the other thing, though. Naruto had it, which is an amazing soundtrack. Shippuden did not have it.
This is fact.
The soundtrack that was lacking and missing in Shippuden, I felt made the show lesser than the original Naruto.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if they either create a new original soundtrack or bring back some of that old soundtrack from the original Naruto for this series. That would actually make me want to watch it more if they bring that old feel that the music brought.
Yeah. And I feel like maybe a lot of people didn't really realize that. And they're watching Shippuden and they're like, what? Bad soundtrack? There's no soundtrack. Exactly. That's the issue.
That's the issue.
The only soundtrack in Shippuden is the sound of my tears when Neji died. just overflowing.
Spoiler alert.
Okay? Just a constant waterfall of tears in my feels when Neji died.
Oh, man.
I hate you. Boruto.
Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
No.
We got season 2.
Yeah, I watched season 1. It was alright.
It became like a huge thing when it first came out. Like, you saw memes everywhere of the goddess for a solid 2 months. And then nothing.
Exactly, because the way the show progressed and the way the pacing was executed. And don't get me wrong, like the final 2 episodes was OP as hell. And I was like, man, that show was like barely a 7 out of 10. Like, really? But it looks like season 2 is following a completely different set of characters who actually outshine the main character, in my opinion.
The Sword Princess.
From season 1, the Sword Princess.
Yeah.
Aizu Wallenstein. If all of season 2 is about her and her doing her damn thing in the dungeon, I'm gonna watch the crap out of it.
Yeah, it looks like it follows her and her party doing the dungeon crawl, and I'm all for it.
I'm all for it. And my main reason why is because that goddess chick, where the main character in season 1, you know, his goddess, whatever that he had, I hate her. I really do not like her. At all.
Oh, man. But yeah, this looks cool. It looks like it animates well. I want to watch it. So next on the list we have Monster Strike Season 2. This was a short that came out, I believe, in the fall of 2014.
Damn.
2015, excuse me.
Okay.
2015. It ran for like 52 episodes. So they ran for a whole year, once a week. It's an interesting show. It's like a combination of a phone Yu-Gi-Oh game and pinball.
Okay.
So you launch monsters, the more you can get them to bounce off each other, the more damage they do. Set that in a world where they use augmented reality to actually summon the monsters, and it's interesting. The characters are a little weird. Like, the main character is his own narrator, and he does it by breaking the fourth wall all the time.
Oh.
So it's weird. I'm not going to say it's not, but there's definitely an audience for this. There's a lot of cool monsters. Like, there's a samurai dude who uses his flintlock all the time. There got dragons and fairy ladies and all that stuff. So, I'm intrigued. I want to catch up because I haven't finished Monster Strike 1. I want to catch up and see where this goes. It looks like there was monsters that were actually coming out of augmented reality into the real world, and somebody tried to fix it, and they didn't really fix it, so there's monsters still coming in. I gotta watch it. And my inner Yu-Gi-Oh! I need to keep watching this.
Yeah, I mean, despite everything you said, I'm not watching this. You can only truly guess what this next anime is. It literally is the second season of My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
If you have not seen season 1 of My Hero Academia,
I feel sorry for you.
I'm pretty sure the internet has already hated you for that.
I'm crying on the inside for you.
I mean, I don't mind it personally. I watched it. I'm more worried about myself, but I'm pretty sure majority of the internet has seen this show.
I watched it twice, subbed and then again dubbed. It's awesome. You should absolutely be on board and ready to watch this show. Amazing. It's a superhero show. New take on it. Everything they did in the show is just freaking great.
So I'm filled with joy and sorrow at the same time. Because it sounds like season 2 got greenlit for 24 episodes, but I already know the source material for the show is not as extensive as what we would want.
I think they got enough.
But either way, it sounds like after this 24 episode second season, we might have a gap.
We might have a gap and have to wait a little while. This is a shonen series, so I imagine they've planned for a very, very long run. I like the way Bones is approaching it, though. They're doing it in segments to avoid, crappy fillers.
Yep. I hope that
and
zero.
Giving them a higher budget, within each season instead of the limited stuff like you see Toei do with Dragon Ball. But everything about this, yes.
And side hat,
yes.
This is on Crunchyroll.
Double yes.
If you're one of the many, many people, including us, who constantly have issues streaming on Funimation, welcome to Crunchyroll.
Yes.
My Hero Academia. My hero.
Crunchyroll's my hero.
Wow.
Possibly the most pleasant surprise from last year. Ninja Girl and Samurai Master Season 2.
So these are shorts.
Yes.
We mentioned this last year in a couple videos. If you have not seen this anime, I suggest it. Even if you just watch, an equivalent of one normal episode of anime, 24 minutes. That's like
5 episodes.
yeah, these are short. And honestly, this is one of the funniest anime I've personally seen.
I cried last year watching it. Like I was like, oh, it's such a great show.
It's really, really funny. I feel a lot of people slept on it just for the initial art style. And then they probably realized it was shorts, and they're like, the anime doesn't take itself too seriously. It doesn't. But at the same time, I'm like...
That's the comedic value of it.
But then, at the same time of that being at the same time, it's some of the best fight scenes I've seen in anime.
Yes.
And it's so ridiculous. It's just a really good
show. A great show. A lot of people are turned off by the chibi art style. Mm-hmm. But that just adds more to the levity of the show. It's great. So, next on the list, we have... Rage of Bahamut, Virgin Soul.
Extremely excited for this. Rage of Bahamut, if you didn't watch that, I believe it was back in 2014. It was one of the best shows we saw back then. Mm-hmm. And it's a great fantasy, great...
It was just awesome. It had action, it had fantasy.
It's based on a card game, damn it. It was such a good anime.
It was such a good anime. They did so many things in their world building and character development that I was just like, yes.
Some extremely memorable, worthy characters. A great action adventure. OP, Bahamut, freaking dragon thing versus gods and demons and
the whole
angels
show
coming down. Like
it just had this style that couldn't be matched that year.
Yes. So now we have season 2. I'm even more hyped for this.
Yeah. So watching the trailer, the first half of it, I'm just like, is this a love story now? Did we just like completely change it?
Yeah, I was hella pissed. And then I was like, see, ye of little faith of Bahamut, don't you dare. And then they're like, no, we got you. We got you. And as soon as Sim came in, and you just got all of that nostalgia flashback from season 1 of them just going in, showing just fast-paced action adventure, crazy powers and fighting tech. Like it went in. It's gonna be dope.
This is gonna be dope.
And to wrap up our list, we have Sakano, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, season 2.
Season 2. I think this was the year before last. It made it onto our romance list. Mm-hmm. I kind of just want to see where they finish the story. Hopefully the story actually does finish.
Okay.
It's a harem situation where there's one dude and like 4 girls. They're making a game. So I want to see where the story goes. Hopefully this will be at least one of the good, I'm using air quotes, good romance anime for the year. Something we can look forward to in that category.
Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Talk Anime, where we looked at our top 10 sequels for the spring 2017 anime season.
Go ahead and give us a like if you liked the video. Give us a thumbs down if you didn't. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what sequel are you looking forward to at the spring season. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. It helps out the show and you get updates to all our new videos. And of course, share this out with your friends so they can see this list of strong sequels for this season. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Let's Talk Anime.